also acknowledge the presence of Mr. Kemo Caesar, who is also a board member of COPESA Gambia. I also want to acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Ward Councillors or Councillors of Banjul City Council who are here present. I also want to acknowledge the presence of the Executive Director of COPESA Gambia team, Mr. Seniba, the country directors and deputy country directors of COPESA Gambia and Nigeria here present, our distinguished partners, stakeholders, the press, ladies and gentlemen. Please allow me to read this short introductory statement. We are gathered here to witness the official launching of the COPESA SDGs 2030 initiatives in Africa, Phase 1, 2024-2030. The Banjul City Council, under the leadership of our Lord Mayor, Ajaratu Rohi Malik Lu, has wholeheartedly accepted to host and support today's historic event. The Banjul City Council, headed by the first female elected mayor of the country and the current president of Rafaela, is a leading voice in advocating for the achievement of the sustainable development goals across the African continent. By agreeing to host and support this important event, Banjul City Council has demonstrated a clear commitment on all aspects of the sustainable development goals, enhancing the understanding of the goals in order to strengthen the localization of the SDGs. Banjul City Council over the period has undertaken projects that translates the aspiration of its people into the SDG goals. The COPESA SDG 2030 initiative in Africa is a united front of non-profit organizations, local actors, global stakeholders on the localization of the sustainable development goals. Essentially, the COPESA 2030 initiative in Africa is historically a community-driven participation and empowerment scheme that enhance local action towards the localization of the SDGs. After this short introduction, I have the honor and pleasure to welcome the country director of COPESA Gambia, Mrs. Maimouna Diallo, to deliver the welcome statement.
Mayoress of Banjul City Council, Chairperson Brikama Area Council, representatives from UN, ECOWAS, and NGOs fraternities, elders of Brikama, my colleagues, media and all protocols respectively, duly observed. I would like to express my profound appreciation to all of you for leaving your busy schedules to attend this very important program in the history of Gambia and Africa as a whole. That is the launching or the unveiling of the blueprint of the localization of COPESA SDGs 2030 initiatives. I thank everyone who in one way or the other helped in any way to make this meeting a success. The purpose of this August gathering is to unveil the COPESA SDGs 2030 initiatives blueprint that will help to advance and promote the welfare of women and children and the most disadvantaged globally and particularly in Africa. I have a very strong conviction that with the strong support of all these important stakeholders and international partners, we will positively impact the life of many women, children, widows, single partners, physically challenged and other vulnerable groups in the society through our upcoming activities as enshrined in the blueprint. Today's event will be punctuated by presentations, speeches, and entertainment. Once more, I warmly welcome everyone to this important occasion and urge all of you to take part. Thank you.
Madam Diallo, after the statement by Mr. Diallo, Madam Diallo, sorry, I have the singular honor and pleasure to invite Mr. Lamin Fofana to declare the statement of purpose on this very important occasion. Mr. Fofana, the floor is yours.
Lady of the Republic of the Gambia, I'm sure she is ably represented here by one of her staff members, the distinguished Lord Mayoress of Banjul, also ably represented here by the Deputy Mayor, Mr. Gay, the CEO of BCC, Mr. Jonga, the Country Director of COPESA Gambia Chapter, Madam Maimuna Jallo, Board and Executive Members of COPESA 2030 Gambia Initiative, distinguished invitees, ladies and gentlemen, good morning to all of you. I welcome all of you to this August gathering. As the chairman of COPESA SDGs 2030 Gambia Chapter, I hereby give this statement of purpose for the launching program of COPESA SDGs 2030 in the Gambia. The Council of Pan-African Economic and Social Affairs, COPESA, proudly announces the launching program of the Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, 2030 initiative, which is taking place here in Banjul City Council Hall. COPESA SDGs 2030 initiatives is currently registered in the Gambia, pursuant to Section 22, subsection 5 of the Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia, with Certificate of Incorporation number 2024/C24015. It is a global concept working in line with the SDGs, advocacy declaration by the United Nations for people, planet, and prosperity. The 3 Ps, people, planet, and prosperity, and to embrace all supports to sustainable actions in the Gambia. The purpose of this event is to formally introduce and endorse the SDGs 2030 agenda aimed at addressing critical global challenges such as poverty, inequality, climate change, environmental degradation, and justice. All these issues that I have mentioned affects everybody and is relevant to our everyday life. It's critical for everybody, including us in the Gambia. Our mission is to engage diverse stakeholders, including government officials, civil society organizations, private sector representatives, and community leaders in meaningful dialogue and collaboration to achieve these goals within the specified time frame, that is by 2030. Mr. Chairman, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, the objectives of this meeting today are as follows. One is to raise awareness. Increase public understanding and awareness of the SDGs and their relevance to national and local development. Okay? SDGs exist, but not a lot of people are aware of them. So our mission and the main purpose of this launching is to increase awareness of SDGs which are relevant to all of us. When it comes to climate change, it's relevant to all of us. When it comes to zero poverty, it's relevant to all of us. When it comes to education, it's relevant to all of us. Is it not relevant to all of us? Okay. The second main point is to promote collaboration. Foster partnerships among various sectors to ensure a coordinated and comprehensive approach to achieving the SDGs. Individuals and organizations and governments on their own will never be able to achieve the SDGs. It is a collaborative effort for all of us, for me, for you, for government, either local government, municipalities, main government, countries. It is our responsibility to come together and ensure that we live in a better life. In fact, the SDGs are nothing but for everybody in the world to live in better life, to have proper education for ourselves, for our children, for everybody, to live in an atmosphere that is pollution-free and anything relating to good health. That is the mission of this program. To mobilize resources, highlight the importance of mobilizing financial, human, and technical resources to support the implementation of the SDGs. We know, of course, without resources, nothing can be implemented. We need human beings, we need brain, we need financial resources, and we need other resources to ensure that whatever we are saying here is implemented to the letter. Commit to action to encourage stakeholders to make concrete commitments and take actionable steps towards the realization of SDGs. The stakeholders, like I said, includes all of us here. It includes municipalities, it includes governments, it includes international bodies like the UN, the World Bank, and name them. It's our collaborative effort to ensure that these SDGs are implemented. In conclusion, I would like to say COPESA is dedicated to the sustainable and inclusive development of our communities. This launching program marks the beginning of a collective journey towards a prosperous, equitable, and a sustainable future for all of us. We look forward to your active participation and support in making the SDGs 2020 a reality. As we count less than 7 years of the end of the SDGs declaration on planet Earth, we join your personality, the Republic of the Gambia, under the leadership of His Excellency, President Adama Barrow, United Nations, ECOWAS, EU, all governments of Africa, international NGOs, global SDG stakeholders and alliances, corporate firms and individuals to advocate, speak, coordinate, and voluntarily commit our unified African Working Committee for COPESA SDGs 2030 initiative in Gambia and Africa as a whole towards 2030 and beyond. Finally, we would like to thank our national and international partners and supporters and donors and all of you here, but in particular, we would like to mention the following. One is the BCC, the Banjul City Council, under the leadership of the Lord Mayoress of Banjul. Of course, she herself is not here, but ably represented here by the deputy. We thank her very much for making this possible, for giving us the hall, and also for the other logistical support. Thank you. Please extend our gratitude to the Lord members, right? Next, we give our gratitude to Rafaela. Rafaela is a French agronomy representing elected women councillors of Africa. I'm sure their representative is here. Thank you. Ma, we're very happy for your contribution and for your support. Please extend our gratitude to the rest of the executive members and other members. Third is the Gambia Dog Lions Football Club. Of course, their CEO, is part of us, Mr. Kemo Sise. Kemo, thank you so much for everything. You've been in this from starting until now. We've seen your efforts. Thank you so much. And fourthly, the Kanifi Municipal Council. I'm sure they are ably represented here. KMC, do we have them here? Okay, but I'm sure we will, have someone who will pass the gratitude to them. So KMC also did well in ensuring that we get transportation, we get fuel, and all other logistical support. KMC, under the leadership of the Lord Mayor, Mr. Bensouda, thank you for everything. And lastly, of course, I cannot forget, but send my gratitude to all the members of COPESA 2030 Gambia Initiative. All the members have been doing extremely well to ensure that this program becomes a success. And of course, for the rest of you who have taken time to come and attend this program, thank you so much.
The Banjul City Council has been a partner in this from the start. They have done beyond expectation. So I cannot do anything but to thank them for giving us this opportunity. Thank you, Banjul City Council. I stand before all of you here today to represent COPESA International. I am not giving a speak on behalf of the Gambia, but giving a speak from the regional, that is the African director, to thank everybody for coming, for sparing your time out of your busy schedules to come here and attend this noble gathering. I think it's a noble cause. It is the first of its kind in Africa. SDG has been known, but because it is in hiding, that is why we are not aware of it. So the purpose of this meeting is to make awareness. So, Mr. Chairman, I want to thank my high table, the people of my high table. Even though I saluted the people of Banjul City Council, I still have the singular honor to introduce some of the members of this high table and to give the support that they have been doing for us for the past since we started this journey. They have been together with us in the journey, although very difficult. I commend every one of them for being part of the journey. On the far left down there is the board chairman of COPESA, this new initiative that we have brought to this country, and none other than Mr. Lamin Fofana. Mr. Lamin Fofana, thank you for your support. The other one is Mr. Fatma Sise, since the Deputy Council Director. Fatma Sise, thank you. We have Senator Omar Sami, he's responsible for the education sector of COPESA in the Gambia. We have our able treasurer, Mr. Kemo Sise, as the treasurer for COPESA initiative in the Gambia. And we have the deputy mayor among our midst, who is ably representing the Lord Mayor of Banjul. Thank you, Deputy Mayor. We are very happy. We salute you and salute you again for what you have done for us. We can never forget it. And the last is our country director, Ms. Maimuna. Ms. Maimuna has been in this journey for decades. But to join COPESA and be the country director, I think she has done a lot to be commended for. Ms. Maimuna, we thank you for your commitment. The rest of you, all of those who are here present today, the journey was very tough. It is not easy. But people that were within us, and they are within the community, they know what we have been doing through. Without the support of Banjul City Council, we will not be where we are today. This is why I keep on thanking them and also highlighting what they have been doing for us. So the government of the Gambia, yes, they are supporters of Banjul registering this COPESA in the Gambia. But the most part of the support comes from Banjul City Council. So this is why we are here in the hall and we are giving all the opportunities to utilize whatever they have for us. My role here is to declare the 6-year blueprint for all the countries in Africa. 10 countries were selected to be doing this pilot project from 2024 to 2030. 10 countries. Out of the 10 countries that were selected, Gambia is looking to be one. This is because of the commitment of the people of the country and the people of our community, that is the COPESA community in Gambia. So they have done a lot. They were communicating, doing everything possible to make sure that they liaise with the international world to bring this COPESA into the Gambia. So it was not an easy task. Out of how many countries in Africa, Gambia happened to be one of the luckiest countries to bring this type of program in Gambia. I think we should clap for ourselves. When the COPESA Foundation was announced in the Gambia, we were asked to invite NGOs to be part of the program. So 5 NGOs took the lead in this COPESA initiative, and they are all heavily represented here in the hall. When the team was formed, there was a football club in the Gambia that whose CEO has been a personal friend, has been a friend in everything. He is Mr. Kemosisi. I think from the onset, from where the administration was called for, to this day where we are standing here, his support and his support cannot be valued. We therefore thank them for what they have done. Mr. Kemo, you have all my appreciation. We also recognize everybody who is present here with us, most especially people from the far from the countryside. I'm seeing faces that are very familiar, faces that I know are very far from Banjul City here. So I thank all of you for coming. And I cannot, we don't have any word to express how happy we are to be here with you. Finally, what I want to do is to thank all the supporters from BCC, the government of Gambia for registering us, Referral, Gambia.Lives, KMC, and the general public that are present here. On behalf of the author of these projects, Mr. Femi, I hereby declare COPESA Gambia on pay. Thank you so much.